Good morning, dudes. How is it going? I felt like some more Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is already too difficult. Let's actually do it. Why not? Let's just follow his storyline. I mean, I'm sure he thought of something nice, right?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, okay then. Broom closet. Ah, that's the best ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But this is no. Let's just go top. Yep, top. Yeah. Ah, too much Toto. Hello. The executive bathroom. Can I go in here? No. Why not? That's kind of a shame. So hello there. Anything here? No, nothing of relevance. I think this is the office. Yep. Oh, well done.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Why got it to
What he could not have known
It could
was
have
that
been
the
just a
keypad
regular
behind
secret.
the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh
and so
my
the boss
God.
had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Wait.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Exactly. There's no way I know that. Can I leave again? Hello? Oh, can I play dad? Please? No.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yep. I don't know that, and I'm trapped in here. How am I supposed to leave? Sir, could you please let me leave again?
2845.
Yes, no, I don't know that. You can't expect me to know that. Can I please leave again? Sir? Sir? I don't think he likes me anymore. Sir?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
What?
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
You know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Hello? This is dark. Hello? Nah, nothing here. Nothing here. A button.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh my god. Are you gonna tell me? Look at this. Some weird underground facility. Oh my god.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But we need to call EXT914 immediately. Oh my god. The mind control facility. But we need to... Okay then. Hello? Oh, escape. Nah, we're not doing that. We are fine. We are safe. Right? This doesn't look safe at all. Hello?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I know.
Did he have the strength to find out?
I know, we were here before. This is all of the spying thingy. But how does that relate to mind control?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, let me be honest. Some of these screens are really weird. Like this one. What is that even? Why is it... Or that... There's another one of those back there. Oh. How many employees are there? 600. Exactly 600. That is interesting.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That
hey,
his
it's a great job.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No. This was my own free choice. Maybe. I hope.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No way.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, we've been there our entire life? You told me we had that job, like that we had to go to school beforehand, right? Our entire
That
life?
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. If you say so. But wait! If I listen to you... Who tells me that you aren't mind controlling me right now? Hello? I don't trust him. There's something really weird about this guy. So we can...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
Off and on.
he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But... well... Okay, now let me be honest. Just pushing a button really won't help, will it? Well, no. Look, you're mind controlling me. You sent me here. I wouldn't have gone here myself. You indoctrinate. Oh, that's a difficult word. You put the thought of the number for the button combination into my head. I couldn't have possibly known that on my own. You're mind controlling me right now. How about we turn it around? How about I take the power? How about that?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
No.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Maybe? No?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Wait, what?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
No.
It's your time to shine.
Not at all.
You are the star. It's your story now.
Can I just turn it off again?
Oh, this is much better than
Why
what
would
I
you
had
make
in
it
mind.
explode
What a shame
immediately?
We have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
I
what
can't.
precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
There's a button.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
That doesn't do anything.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
But where are they?
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
aren't we all?
exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Wait, were they all my
Of course,
imagination?
that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Wait.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Sorry.
Oh dear me, what's the matter,
Oh my
Stanley?
god, great.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or
I'm
did you
pressing
just assume
buttons.
when you saw that timer that
Sorry.
something in this room was capable of turning it off?
I didn't mean to.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
This is a
Do
video
you
game?
have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Wait.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
Wait,
here's a spoiler
wait.
for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away
But
to your death.
why are
You're only
we...
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you.
Is he
made
talking to
whole.
me? He's talking
This is
to
not a
me!
challenge.
He's not even talking to Stanley
You want to
anymore!
control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock. Stanley.
Okay.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
You know what?
30
Fuck
seconds
you!
until a big boom and then nothing.
I'm
No
not
ending,
struggling.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
I'm
Or
sitting here.
don't. It's all the same to me. All a part
I'm
of the
waiting.
joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
Make it
second
happen,
of your
dude.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Wait, this is not how it's used. I don't remember it like
All of his
this.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Why
Stanley
are there
decided to go to
papers
the meeting room.
everywhere?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm pretty sure this is not how it's supposed to be. What the hell?
What could it mean?
What was it again?
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on
No.
the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
No?
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss, Stanley, was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I'm sorry.
That kind of anxiety
You just
isn't
killed
enough.
me.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I don't want to listen to your music. Really? You're the one that killed me. Like we wouldn't be here if you hadn't killed me, and now this.
Feeling soothed and
Yeah,
rejuvenated,
kinda.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh yes, I will. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I see something.
Yes. He had won.
I have?
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
That's trees.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Oh my
God.
God.
All he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
This is beautiful. This is the life.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What? Wait. This is not what it used to be. This is different. Hello? Can I open any of these doors? Why do things always change? Okay then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, no, I just obeyed you and that was
not
boring.
the way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, how about now?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Suck on that, bitch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I do what I want.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm sorry.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
And what about that mind control facility?
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Have I?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, I like the
This
tone
is it,
of that.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
You killed me like 10 minutes ago, but I trust you! Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Oh.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh, that sounds great.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Why not?
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come
You're
inside.
an asshole.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't like you anymore. That was not funny.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Press G on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Wait, is this the job I have been doing all along?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's
changed.
told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm not going to press C. Because I have not chosen this life. You just showed me a mind control facility. You forced me into this. Okay.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press M to watch TV. But I don't want to watch TV. I'm not gonna watch it.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Wait, where did the TV go? Why is everything changing?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Wait, this is all my imagination?
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Are you my imagination?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
But this is your game. You told me it was yours. And now it's just my imagination. Am I going crazy? Woman! Woman, am I insane? Am I insane?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
But this is all lies.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
This is my office.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
This is my office. This is my office. Look at this. This is where my computer... This is exactly what... They only need to remove this door, remove this picture, put a door here. This is my office.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What you just created is a paradox. Because if I press it, then I show obedience towards the screen. But if I don't press it, then I show obedience towards you. Either way, it's not my free will. Either way, I'm listening to one of you. The only way for me to disobey would be to press a different button. But that doesn't work.
You see?
Oh,
Can he just not
I
hear
knew
me?
it.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
A mirror? Press 9 to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
It's not that I don't want to see.
I tried again.
What? No.
And Stanley pushed a button.
I can't.
And
How
I
am I
tried
supposed
again,
to die?
And
What?
Stanley pushed a button.
There's no button. What? Help. And the papers again. I'm done. I'm just hiding here. This game just... I'm sorry, I died twice in the last 15 minutes. I'm so done. Help.